Looking for up-to-date information about Alberta's occupations and educational programs? Then ALIS's OCCInfo is for you. With OCCInfo, you'll find information on over 500 occupations, certification requirements, wages, and salaries for over 400 occupations, and hundreds of educational programs and schools. So, if you're ready to take your career planning to the next level, then let's get started. Let's start by looking at occupations. The search for your dream career has never been easier. OCCInfo allows you to browse through an alphabetical list of profiles from more than 500 occupations, some you may not even have heard of or considered before. To begin with, if you're unsure of what occupation you're looking for, you may want to narrow your search by using the filters on the right-hand side of the screen. These filters allow you to personalize your search by identifying some of the things that interest you, like school subjects, industries, educational requirements, and even wages. For instance, you could use the Industries filter to find occupations in the healthcare industry, and use the Wage filter to narrow your search according to the hourly wage you'd like to make, and a list of occupations will appear based on what you've entered. Click on the occupation title that interests you. You'll see a brief summary of the occupation. From here, you can skip to one of the 4 categories in the summary boxes with minimum education, average wage, employment outlook, and whether the occupation is regulated. If you go to the left side of your screen, you can choose a topic that will give you more detailed information about the occupation to help determine if this is an occupation that you think you'd enjoy. For each occupational profile, you'll find a list of general duties and descriptions of the occupation's typical working conditions, personal characteristics you'd need, educational and certification requirements, the opportunities for employment and advancement, wage and salary information, and other sources of information. If the occupation interests you, you can add it to your favorites by clicking on Save. You may also want to have a look at the right side of the screen, where you can access information on related occupations or watch an occupational video with insights on the occupation from a professional in that field. If you would like to compare occupations, it's easy. Click on the Compare button from inside an occupational profile, or from the search results. Check off the occupations and click on Compare. Now let's see what happens when we compare them. You can also compare inside of your My Favorites list as well. On the previous page, on the left side menu, you'll also find some other useful navigation tools, including links to new, updated profiles, apprenticeship and emerging occupations, as well as occupations with easy reading profiles. You can also create posters of occupations that relate to a high school subject, or a post-secondary field of study of your choice. Now, let's go to Wages and Salaries. This is an excellent resource to help you identify the kind of wage you might expect from your occupation. You can browse through an alphabetical list of wage profiles or use the filter on the right-hand side of your screen to narrow down your search. You can filter results from here based on wages per region. Click on a different region and see the results change. A handy tool when considering the range of earning potential in different areas. Wages and salaries are based on the most recent Alberta Wage and Salary Survey. Under Educational Programs, you can browse through a list of programs that will help you meet the educational requirements of your chosen occupation. You can search for programs by looking at the different options for receiving your education, by distance learning, continuing education, or by schools. You can also use the search filters on the right to narrow your search even further. If you have an idea of the area of study you would like to explore, then you can do a search for that. If you were to input oil and gas, for example, you can find programs that relate. When you click on the name of the program offered, you'll see a profile that outlines the program length, admission requirements, eligibility for funding, and much more. Not sure if your chosen occupation has certification requirements? We've got a section for that. Under Certification Requirements, you'll find a list of profiles on more than 150 regulated occupations. You can use the alphabetical search as well as the filters on the right to narrow your search. Let's see what certification requirements are involved in becoming a cook. Click on the letter C in the alphabetical search. Now, click on Cook. This certification profile includes valuable information on legislation, education, working in Alberta, and important details. A couple of things to remember in general. You can create a PDF or print a document from information you find using the icons in the top right-hand corner. These features are available for each of the site categories. At any point, you can click the Help button at the top right of your screen for information on using the site, or Contact a Career Advisor button. Of course, you can access OCCinfo anytime because it's completely free, but we suggest when you come for a visit that you set up your own user account, which allows you to create a favorites list of saved searches and all the information you've gathered on the site without losing any of your information. Now you're all set. OCCinfo is your source for up-to-date, Alberta-specific information. So get browsing and make the most of your future. Visit OCCinfo today at alis.alberta.ca/OCCinfo.